I feel really privileged to be both at such a joint venture with both Pure Trance and the full-on Ferry. I think the whole concept is really good because we all know that Ferry is not playing as much trance music as he used to do, but the new sound he has is still very, very good for the dance floor. So what he plays on the main stage is really working for the crowd there, and I think with the new concept that is obviously called Pure Trance, made up from Solarstone's mind, obviously, he kind of envisioned that it's still possible to fill up a dance floor with people that love trance music. So I think it's really nice to see here that when you go to the dance floor that it's absolutely packed. There's a lot of people here, and everyone is going to see both stages and not just the main stage. So that for me is a very, very big honor, and it's just great to be here.
So do you feel, Daniel, that you are a Pure Trance producer, or do you like also other elements in your trance?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think it would ever be fully accepted that I want to do other stuff than just, uplifting. Everybody thinks that I will only be uplifting, but I'm so much more than that. And I think that the new track I did for Universal Religion compilation of Armin, the 3 Strikes You're In, is a very, very good example of it. I actually corresponded on text message with Armin because we were in a time hurry. We kind of had to find out how the track was going to be structured because I hadn't finished it on the day. Obviously, I'm always late, but I hadn't finished it on the day that he was supposed to record the show at Ibiza. So what we did is I said to Armin, for me to fit the track into your compilation as much as possible, I give you free hands to say what key you want, what BPM you want, how the structure should be, because obviously 3 Strikes You're In is a triplet track, like with a shifted percussion. So it's a bit difficult to mix in if the intro and outro is not completely made after what the DJs would like it to be. So I did correspond a lot with Armin about how we should do it, and I think 3 Strikes You're In is a good result that, and like a good example that I can do other stuff than just pure uplifting trance. And I think that's okay to experiment. The label was actually started with an old friend of mine. Unfortunately, we're not working together anymore. I'm not going to go into detail with that. It's an old story, but the label is going good now, and it's still good at when I did it with my friend. And what we were doing was that we wanted to make it kind of like exclusive. We actually started out by saying we won't accept demos. We would like to kind of explore and to kind of see the talent ourselves and like search for it on SoundCloud, on YouTube, and like just to see what's out there of newcomers coming up, making trance and house and throuse. But it ended up with us splitting up, and I don't always have the time to sit and scout for all these tracks. So it's more like now that I'm more acceptant towards demos, but I do say to people that I do have a certain standard and a certain taste, and I want them to be realistic before they send the track to me. If you just send a 30-second clip saying, you want to hear my beat? I can't really use that for anything because I'm so busy traveling now with the gigs. I get a lot of great bookings now because I have a great agency. James Wiley is my new booker. He gets me to all these places around the world, so it's really tough to keep up sometimes. So I still get a lot of great demos, but yeah, sometimes the standard is also low. So you gotta sort them out sometimes, like which ones are good and which are bad. But in general, the standard is getting so high now because everybody can have a laptop and and produce from there. When I started out doing the label, I was going to be happy if maybe 20% was going to be good sound and near ready to sign. I must say I'm positively pleased. I do get a lot of bad demos, but that is of course a lot of people are trying to make trance music already after just having produced for, I don't know, a month, 2 months, 6 months, and sometimes it takes a long time to learn it. It's a difficult genre to learn because there's so many things you have to mix and tune correctly. So I still get bad demos, but there are also some really, really good ones. Great new upcoming talents. I just did a mix compilation for Enhanced. It's called Enhanced Session Volume 3, where I'll be mixing disc number 1 and Esteva's on disc number 2. That's coming out very soon, and there's going to be a tour around it as well for releasing, like release parties.
How long it took you to choose the tracks?
Again, like I said, I'm always late because I want to have the best. What I think is the best, obviously, is different opinion, but we ended up going a week or two over the scheduled time because there were a couple of tracks that weren't completely finished from my side personally. My new trance track, it's an uplifting track called #Trance Family. I made that to kind of say thanks for all the support this year in DJ Mag and in the clubs and on Facebook and Twitter. Like kind of going back to my roots. And because this tune took so long for me to make, then obviously the compilation had to be postponed just a little bit. And also Estiva had I think 1 or 2 new tracks on there. It was made right at the last minute. But that's how it is. Sometimes you get inspired at some weird times, and then suddenly you're going to have some new material you want to try out. And that's how it ended up for both of us. But it's a great compilation. Both CDs.
Would you like to tell us highlight tracks from there?
There's definitely a really, really good track from Max Bryman and Falcon, which are 2 new upcoming guys that make, well, they make a new track as quickly as I can change my underwear. So they make a new track every day almost, so they're really fast. Besides that, there's a good track from Den Rice. Very, very melodic, great bass line, techy, acidy melodies in the background as well. We've got a very big tune as well, like the Jew tune. I'm not really we still haven't decided how to pronounce his name because it's spelled JJOO, but it's One Night in Seoul. It's been featured 3 or 4 weeks in a row with Mike Shiver on his Captured Radio. I think Dash Berlin had support on it as well. Above and Beyond, I'm not sure if Armin supported it, but like there's some really great tunes on there.
Would you like to tell us the story of playing that track in his country?
He's from Korea and he's from Seoul, and I was playing this very, very nice club there. And I said to the crowd on the microphone, guys, the tune that's just about to come in for you now, it's Korean. And they're just like, oh! And I told him, he's from Seoul. And the track is called One Night in Seoul. Everybody just went absolutely crazy. It was so fun to see.
Yeah,
and after that, the whole night was just pure energy, man. It was crazy. So it was so nice. For me, good singles right now is my priority. Just to have good singles that get great support from Armin Ferry, Above and Beyond, you know, all these big guys out there. Dash Berlin, actually Dash Berlin is quite a big supporter of All This Alive, so I'm really happy about that, yeah.
Daniel, thank you very much for this interview.
Thanks.
It's always such a big pleasure to speak with
Likewise.
someone that you believe so much on what he is doing.
Trance family!